So this month was more like a compilation of the good and the bad, and when it comes to dating, actually, and I learned a couple of things that I've been ignoring for a very long time. So early this month, I went for an event and I met someone, a girl. She's not like that pretty as you would say or as you would think. So I met this girl at the time, and just started having a conversation right there at the event. And man, it blew my mind how smart, how intelligent she was. Like she knew what she wants. Like she was someone that was focused when it comes to her life and everything. So, I enjoyed the conversation. It showed me a different aspect of a woman, like a woman who is like very smart, very, very smart, you know. And I've never had such conversation in a very long while. So, but I had this conversation with this lady, and it blew my mind. I was like, wow. So girls like this still exist with the whole social media pressure, and everybody's trying to perform. Then after that, I think this week I went on another different date. But this girl is like, damn, she's pretty. And if she walks by you, like people would have to turn their heads and like, wow, this girl is stunning. So we went on this date. So um at the end of the date, I realized that then this girl was just energy sapping. She sapped every energy out of me. With the fact that I noticed that she was so very insecure. She had a lot of trauma, insecurities, and all that. So at the end of the day, it all boils down to the fact that it's not really all about the beauty, like the physical beauty, the facial beauty, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes, for a man, you want peace of mind, and not just sometimes, but you want peace of mind in your entire life. And I realized that girls who are not as pretty as you think invest so much into their character compared to their looks. But you see girls who are so pretty that they are nines and tens, they put little to no effort when it comes to their character development. And it will stun you once you start paying attention and once you start knowing who you are, because it's very important. Once you start knowing who you are, it's a whole different ball game. The narrative will definitely change. Absolutely. The narrative will change because you start seeing things for who they are and what they are. You are no more blinded by the so-called physical attributes someone would have. Then you start sinking deeper, looking for something much more than just the surface level attraction. And what happened between these two ladies actually was I had a very deeper connection with the girl who most guys would probably say, man, I can't have a conversation with this person. I can't even be with this person. I don't see myself having anything to do with this person. It's not like she was terrible. She's very cool, but not as aesthetic as like a normal guy's taste. So for me, but I looked beyond that because I'm a person who is so much heavy on depth than just surface level attraction, and I was shocked when I saw a girl who was um, existing in that reality, and it's a beautiful thing when you see someone like that, someone who is beautiful inside character wise, not the whole using the physical uh, attributes to play games with you, and you lose your mind and you think that, oh, this girl's angel, not knowing that, bro, inside she's she's having a lot of battles. She has a lot of unresolved trauma that she hasn't even am healed from, you know. So these are the things that blew my mind because I don't want to be in a relationship with someone who, and when I'm saying relationship, I mean long term, with someone who is very insecure, very, very insecure about themselves and whatever it is, they're just very insecure, you know, because I've started realizing that the prettiest girls are the most insecure girls. They have a lot of insecurities, and when you get closer to them, you know they try so much to hide it, and at the same time throw their insecurities at you. And the best, because most times when I see these insecurities, I just laugh, I smile, and I just keep my cool and not necessarily react to them because a normal guy would always, everybody, every man is made to solve issues, solve problems. But for me, when I see this, I just switch off. So, but when I see a girl who stimulates me mentally, it's a whole different ball game. I enjoy the conversation more. I let her allow her to speak her mind, say things. Like the conversation goes naturally and beautiful because she's more feminine and I'm masculine in my own frame. So, but when it's the other way around, where it's a girl who is very insecure but is so pretty as F, it's crazy. It starts rubbing on you when she starts um, unveiling her insecurities and all that, and you are like, oh, and I thought you are just a person who doesn't have this lots of insecurities. You understand? And you start seeing the character flaws when they start speaking a lot of things and all that. Then you wonder and you say, why is it that so many men put this kind of women on pedestals? And like it's a crazy phenomenon when you realize it. And over time I'm trying to, as much as possible, understand that whatever I had learned in the past, I had to let it go. I have to let it go and just move on, and you know not put women on pedestals and see them for who they are. They are human beings just like me or anybody, and they have a lot of bunch of mistakes as well. So that's we being human. So, but that's my point. And moving forward, I think I would mostly end up with someone who would mentally stimulate me as well as physical attraction. But I don't want the so-called nines and tens or even the sevens. I don't want that because at the end of the day, the girls who are so-called 4 or 5, they're the ones who are deliberately working on their character compared to this other nines, sevens, tens, whatever you want to call it, and they are not even putting in effort. So at the end of the day, you just have to choose what will give you peace of mind and longevity, and not something that will bring chaos and cut your life short. So I hope you guys see reasons to why it's the best move you would ever take in your life. So always go after women who have built their character and who have depth compared to just physical attraction and are shallow. At the end of the day, you realize you would prefer depth and peace of mind over fleeting physical beauty. That's reality for you. And I know most men will still go for what they want. So, but this is just my own 2 cents, my own yapping and everything. But I know at the end of the day, I want peace of mind. So I will stick with the peace of mind and a woman who has built character over time. So have a great day, guys. Bye.